Uh, 171 to 129.
Ooh,
So I need 41. I got 3 people going. I should be fine. But
Yeah.
of course I'm not gonna be because I don't have Dalvin Cook, and Edmonds is on my bench with 21. So whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll go fuck myself.
Whoa, language, bud.
Yeah. We're about to
Do
go
we
live.
start? Oh.
Welcome to the Improvised Fantasy Football Podcast. Oh yeah, Eric is just coming in hot right now. From first to worst? Is that what's going on? He's doing the opposite Hercules. He's going from hero to zero. Yeah, you're still muted, Eric. You have to unmute yourself, bud, if you want to do this. But we're in here right now. I might be on a delay. If you're out there in the comment section and you want to tell us that Arizona just won this game, well, they did. There's the kick. They're in. It happened. I forgot to turn the overlay off. How you boys doing?
I'm great.
How you doing, Eric? Yeah, great weekend, man. We went to we did a drive-through haunted house thing. That was cool. Did some drive-through county fair food. Got me a funnel cake yesterday. Delightful. What else did we do? Fall Fest, like pumpkin patch, like petting zoo, bouncy castle stuff. And then we carved pumpkins today. So yeah, good weekend.
Nice little weekend.
Just a nice little weekend. Maybe we'll go to Home Depot. I don't know if I have enough time.
I don't know.
Home Depot.
I don't know if I have time.
All right, so I'm not gonna lie. I didn't prep good enough for this. I don't have our overlays, our nice pictures for heroes and villains that Brian made for us. If you want to check them out, though, they're at all of the sponsor stuff right down there at the bottom. Josh, why don't you tell them about the FSA?
Well, you can find them on Facebook at PrezFSA, Instagram at FSA_FR. Twitter's going to be at FSA-FR, YouTube, Fantasy Sports Alliance, and on the internet, FSA-FR.com. We're all over, ladies and gentlemen. Please come check us out. You can watch us on Facebook or YouTube, or if you just like to be one of the old school listeners that we appreciate so much who started out with us, you can find us. Links on the website, FSA-FR.com. You can also find us anywhere you get your podcast. We're all over the WWW. So please check us out. Check out FSA. I mean, big things happening. There's talks of new kinds of leagues going on. Power rankings will be coming out this Wednesday with Brian on the weekly Fantasy Reel broadcast, Fanatically Real broadcast. I apologize. And then we can't forget about Fantasy Bros, which will be
Average Bros.
Average Bros.
Average Bros.
There's so much fantasy.
Don't search Fantasy Bros. That's a whole different thing.
Like PennIsland.com. So
great place to get those G2s.
Yeah, get those G2 pilots. Brad, why don't you tell them about our broadcast sponsor, though, bud?
So before I do that, though, I do want to say Chris Simpson brought up a good point. I spoke a little early. They iced the kicker, and Arizona missed the kick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, but footballdarts.com. Go check them out. All right, you got your man cave. You're trying to watch this barn burner of a Sunday game, Arizona versus Seattle. You got your friends down there. You're like, how hard is it to make a field goal? Well, you can get the dartboard out, and you guys can try to make field goals on the dartboard. Go for it. There is a spot on there for the field goal kick. Hey, maybe you need to try it. It takes all the skill of darts with the strategy of football, combines the two into a perfect union. Yeah. And what do they have? You can get your War Eagle. You can get your Kentucky.
Wiggle.
They have their collegiate licensing, so go get it. Oh, there it is. What? Didn't ice. Arizona called their own timeout.
Ooh.
Oh.
At like -2
Arizona
seconds on the play
iced
clock.
themselves?
Well, they kept them in field goal range calling it if they were already if they were trying to prevent delay games. So.
Oh, but it's you're kicking the field goal. Just get the team out there. That's bad. That's bad coaching right there. That's bad coaching.
At least it's good football because it's much better than the NFC least. Hello, MJ.
Hi, Mary.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. NFC least? Come on.
Oh,
boys.
it's trash.
I mean,
absolute trash.
The Washington football team, though, they decimated them boys.
So they literally did decimate. Illegal hit decimated. Andy
Dalton. Oh yeah, that was bad. That was not good.
No.
That was not good. It was.
But hey, their backup's name just
Danucci.
Yeah, just
Hello, Maria.
He's not
Danucci.
the OG. He's the Danucci.
Yeah, he came out slinging, and then he didn't really do anything else. It was an interesting day of football for quarterbacks. Cam Newton got benched after throwing 3 picks. They said that he will be the starter next week, though. There was a lot of stuff that happened today.
Baker Mayfield started 0 for 5 with an interception and got a star wide receiver hurt. I think Baker Mayfield just has to sacrifice a wide receiver to play well. Like literally, he underthrew Odell. Odell was open. He just underthrew him. He threw him a good ball. That's a catch.
So right now in the Baker Mayfield circle of life, we're at overcoming the odds by playing a bad team right now. So if you guys go check it out on Twitter, I posted it. It's at FF Josh Hughes. It's true. I mean, it's just a Baker Mayfield circle of life, and he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do right now, and that is just being really good because the opponent was really bad. So good job, Baker Mayfield. I don't think you're the guy, but after throwing 5 tutters today, you celebrated in the locker room after you lost your star receiver for the season. Good job, bud.
We don't know what the knee injury is. They don't expect it to be good, but they're not making any calls yet.
You're an Odell Beckham truther, so that's why you're trying to be an optimist right now. It's over.
I love Odell. If there's a league with Odell and somebody drops him, I'm going to pick him up. He's not going homeless. Not while I'm around. All right.
I think he's doing just fine.
That's 10 different leagues, mind you.
Oh, yeah. And
Brad
if he gets dropped in any of them, well, I own him in 8 of them. So
Makes sense.
He can't get dropped. But
oh, yeah, it was interesting day. A couple running backs got dinged up, like Chris Carson. He got pretty
Aaron Jones
up.
didn't play. Packers playing it safe with all their players this year. Pretty much, if you're not 100%, they're not going to play you.
Yeah, it didn't hurt anybody. I didn't trade for him.
Yeah, you get a first round pick in a dynasty league for him.
I gave a first round pick in Todd Gurley and Darrell Henderson for him.
Nice, dude. Nice.
I'd rather have 5 more years of Aaron Jones than 5 more years of Todd Gurley and his arthritic knee.
You don't know, man.
That's fair. That's fair. No, that's fair.
All right. As things stand today, I'm happy with the trade still.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I think that's very smart. I appreciate that because
that's my buddy John. Hi, John. JB, what's up? Brad is the villain for not being prepared unless you're a Titans fan. Then Gostkowski is your villain and Pittsburgh's hero.
Oh my gosh, what another good game. I mean, and Derrick Henry, he was kind of subdued for most of the game. We'll get to that in a moment when we talk about our heroes and villains. But I thought there was some pretty decent football today. It was much better than last week. Things were a bit more predictable, which I always enjoy because, whenever you're trying to give advice, when things go awry, you look foolish. So don't want
We're good at that. We're good at being foolish. I mean, if there's something we can be, it is foolish. We are
absolutely
constant professionals on being foolish.
Yeah, I'm solid. Number one foolish people. Yeah, big injuries is this week football wise. I was just so out of it. My teams went down early, fast, in a hurry. But
I know I only care about my FSA league anymore. That and getting picks in our dynasty league. That's all I care about anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
already out.
Do you guys think? So I heard some rumors out there with Dallas, with Andy Dalton going down and possibly being out for a hot minute with that concussion. Do you think that they go out and trade for a quarterback? Maybe a Fitzpatrick.
Why would they do that when Teenage Mutant Ninja Bortles is on the market, bro? Are you kidding me?
I mean, I'm just saying there's some options out there.
Yo, Fitz would be great in that offense because he just sling it.
Kellen Moore.
Russell, no.
We're going to have a tie on Sunday night, boys.
Kellen Moore can come out. Oh, the other injury to the running back was Kenyon Drake. I apologize for missing that. Philip Lindsay also left. Yeah. Philip Lindsay left with a concussion as well. So there were quite a few injuries today to running backs, and unfortunately, just the way things panned out. But yeah, it was a good day. Good day of football. Keenan Allen balled out today, boys. I mean, he is a true winner. 10 catches for 125 yards.
You know what? Let's do this. You bring up Keenan Allen, so we'll just talk about wide receiver heroes, and we'll just say, who did I have? I had Mr. Keenan Allen with 22.5 points, wide receiver 9. When I did this, I don't know. Lockett was already ahead of him. I'm pretty sure DK hasn't jumped him, but Wide receiver 9. Who? Did any of you guys hit your wide receiver heroes?
Tyler Boyd had a pretty good day. Yeah, I did all right
It
with
was
Tyler
no T.
Boyd.
Higgins, though, was he?
He's still
Actually,
a hero. He's fine.
I nailed Terry McLaurin today, so I feel
You did. Scary Terry.
pretty good about that.
Tyler Lockett is killing me in FSA. He's got 50 points. This is insane.
That
He's so
sounds about
good.
right.
He's so
my
fast.
God.
That
I'm
sounds
going to
about right.
lose because of this.
All right,
Russ
so we
throws
talked
another
about-
pick. Oh.
We talked about the hill. We talked about the wide receiver heroes. What about wide receiver villains? I know I banged mine. Ruggs did
What?
nothing.
You did what?
You did what to him?
I nailed him.
Oh, that's not what you said.
That's not what
I
you
don't know.
said.
I don't know what I said.
I got A-Rob going tomorrow night, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I need him to go big for me now, though. I don't even care about my pick. I'm like, I just need him to pop off.
You hope the Eric curse hits him hard. The
I hope,
Eric
it hits
villain.
him. I hope it hits him just as good as it does usually. Yeah.
Well, Ruggs was wide receiver 62, only got 6.5 points, so I feel like that's a pretty good villain victory there. Josh, who was your wide receiver villain?
It was Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
That. And unfortunately, I didn't nail it, but I mean,
He wasn't really a
pretty
hero, but he wasn't a villain. I wouldn't call him a villain. He did what he's done all year.
In PPR, he finished 29th today. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty good. A guy named Jalen Guyton from the Los Angeles Chargers did better than him. So, I mean, if you think about it like that.
Yeah.
Everyone on the Cowboys was a villain today, though. Everyone. There was not one offensive player of relevance. Not one.
because their offensive line's bad. So as long as that's going to continue, nobody on that team's going to be good.
It was real disappointing, boys. Real disappointing.
All right, let's talk about quarterback heroes. I had Kyle Allen. He is QB 18, which is what I said. He'll be a number 2 quarterback in 2 QB leagues, Superflex.
Mm-hmm.
In 4-point, he had 16.9. In 6-point, he had 19.3. So solid QB2 numbers right there. Exactly what I expected against that Dallas defense, man.
Okay. All
He should
right.
have had another touch. He should have another touchdown as well. But
Well, if and buts for fruits and nuts, boys.
who was your hero there at the QB position, Eric? trying to remember here. I can't remember.
Aaron Rodgers. I said he was going to have a little bounce back.
Yeah.
I would say that was a pretty good bounce back game.
RELAX.
Yep. Yeah. No Aaron Jones, no problem. I'll just air it out to Devontae Adams and just pop off.
Just relax. My quarterback hero was pretty good today as well. He was in the top 12 until the Sunday night game when these guys decided that they would not play defense. Gardner Minshew, he's 14th right now. He had a pretty good, okay-ish game. 18 and a half fantasy points. Yeah, it wasn't terrible, but I mean, 19 points, excuse me. I think he did all right. So I'm okay with that. I'm not going to take a full-on victory lap. But G. Minshew, good job, buddy. Minshew Mania is still in effect for one more week.
So
The field goal's good.
quarterback villains. Did anybody? They finally made one. They just had to wait a little bit.
What happened with your villain today, Brad?
My villain, Jimmy G. He won the game like Jimmy G does with doing nothing on offense, buddy. He is QB 23. He had 9.5 points. He was there. He showed up. He managed the game. Cam Newton played so bad, and then New England was that bad that
he does this. He says, "Here's a football. You take it." that's exactly what Jimmy G does. He's really good at handing the ball off to the plethora of running backs. John Becker. No, Baker cannot be a hero.
JB, nobody picked Baker to be a hero. Nobody ever picks Baker to be a hero because when we do, he guts us badly.
He's
So.
not a hero. Yeah, absolutely not.
He could be a hero for somebody else this week, but not
Josh,
for any of us.
who was your villain QB this week?
My villain QB, he hasn't played yet. It was Jared Goff, and I still feel pretty good about that going tomorrow night, but we'll see what happens.
And Eric,
Brad, who was yours? Oh, yeah, you're ready.
Jimmy G. Yeah, I didn't mind. It's Eric's turn.
I had Derek Carr.
How'd that work out? That wasn't too bad, right? I know he
Let's check the old box score. 24 of 36, 284, 2 touchdowns, and a pick.
Right now, he is the QB 12 on the week with 19.3 points.
Yeah, I won't call that a win at the villain spot. Definitely not a win, as considering he's a QB1 this week.
Yeah.
That was the nicest way you could put him. That was so sweet of you.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, let's go to the running back position, and I'll take another victory lap on this. Kareem Hunt, RB7, 19.2 points in PPR against those Bengals. Baker Mayfield did the sacrificial lamb thing and started checking down to Kareem Hunt.
Oh, man. It is so disappointing that Baker Mayfield is still around. I'm thinking after he started the game 0-5, threw the interception, got OBJ hurt, I'm like, finally, we're going to get rid of him. And
Case
he goes
Keenum
out.
coming in.
He didn't have another incompletion till the fourth quarter.
I know. He played almost perfect.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Friggin' kidding me, man. I mean,
luckily he played the Bengals, who couldn't capitalize on his bad play in the beginning. Had he played a better, this is what the Browns are. The Browns are going to beat up on bad teams, and they're not going to. They're like the Bills. The Bills look really good, but they only beat up bad teams. Difference is the Bills play in the AFC East, and the Browns play in the AFC North.
The difference is that they couldn't beat up on the Jets today.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a tough day for them against. Well, they're bad. The Jets are a bad team. Let's be real.
Exactly. But they won the game, is what I'm saying. They won the game. Mm-hmm. They only beat bad teams. Mm-hmm. Josh, who's your running back hero this week? Who was it?
Just like them, I only beat bad teams. My hero was David Johnson. Oh, David Johnson, 13th right now. That is an upper end RB2.
Ended the game, David Johnson.
Hey, it counts. 16.4 points in PPR, boys. I'll take it.
He could have had 18 points if he wouldn't have shot that thing up to the moon.
Sure did. And what an idiot. But hey, doesn't matter. Still almost finishes an RB1. I would have looked really good on that one. Because right now, Wayne Gallman is sitting there at 16.4 as well. So technically, he's tied for 12th, which makes him an RB1. You're welcome. Ba-boom.
Yeah, but we still got some running backs to play. But that's okay. Take your W. Eric, who is your running back hero this week?
Chris Carson.
Yeah, that injury
not
bug,
a good day.
Bud.
Yeah,
he was looking really good.
No, 5. Really good. Yeah, he was on a nice little pace there at the beginning of the game. So he was 5 for 34. So he was having a 6-yard per carry clip there. I thought he would have been good, and he could have. Oh man, if they had kept the ball out of Murray's hands a little bit longer, maybe they would have won that game. But
yeah.
But
I think that was pretty solid though. I wouldn't fault you for that.
No, I mean injuries. I'll give you a pass on the injury bug. Yeah. Now let's move on to the villain at the running back position, and this one is a whole lot more fun to talk about. And I said, them New Orleans Saints, they don't let running backs do nothing. Carolina's like, yo, can we get Christian McCaffrey back?
Oh, can I get Christian McCaffrey back, dude?
Mike Davis, he's RB 25, 8.6 points. I don't think he's going to stay at 25. I believe some of these Monday night games guys should get above 8 points. We'll see.
David Montgomery, maybe.
Either way, he's still outside of RB2 range.
It's factual. Factual.
Before we move on, though, Josh, you want Christian McCaffrey back. Do you think Christian McCaffrey plays next week?
So they're talking about he was almost ready to go this week, but they didn't want to risk it with the short week. So I think he could play Thursday night. Right now, they're going to be really, really careful with him. But I think he's going to be out there. Thursday night, C-Mac coming back. Return to the Mac, baby. They need him.
Thursday night's a little rough to make it happen, though, because you won't see a lot of practice. So I could see them holding him out one more week.
It's Christian McCaffrey. He don't need no practice, son.
He don't need practice, but they want to make sure he's good to go. A full week of practice.
Evan Ingram. Throw him on the jugs machine. Make him catch 100 passes a day. Terrible.
That's just
terrible. It's terrible. I'm not going to. Moving on.
Carolina Panthers are 3-4. I mean, I don't think they're trying to make the playoffs, so I don't see them really pushing him to come back.
Oh, they are trying to make the playoffs. Especially this year where the playoffs are extended. 7 teams per each conference get in.
Well, that's going forward. That's for now until the next CBA.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're trying.
Who's your villain running back, Josh?
My villain running back was Derrick Henry. King Henry. And I said to temper expectations, which I wasn't far off. I mean, I feel pretty good about that, actually. He was finished right now 15th. He had 15.2 points in PPR. I wish I'd have chose Zeke. Oh, that would have been great. But Derrick Henry, or Josh Jacobs. But I mean, Derrick Henry, he did finish as an RB2 so far. He didn't kill you like Zeke did, or Josh Jacobs, or Chris Carson. But he certainly didn't win you this week. So I'm gonna take a small lap, like a quarter lap. Take that.
Yeah, he probably didn't lose you the week, like you said, like Zeke or Josh Jacobs did. But he didn't come through with the 40 burger that you thought.
Yeah, like freaking Devontae and freaking Tyler Lockett. Big boys.
Eric, villain running back.
Giovanni Bernard. Made me look like an idiot.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, bud. So he is currently running back 5 on the day. He had 21 points.
Not a villain. Sorry, bud. Not a villain.
Nope.
Especially for a waiver wire guy, not a villain.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't think they were going to do anything. I thought that Cleveland defense would be better since Josh picked them to be a good streaming defense this week.
Dude, who are you telling? God.
It's okay. Oh. Hey, it's okay. You can take the L there because I'm going to take the L because Greg Olsen couldn't keep his feet in bounds to catch that touchdown. I was so excited. I was like, woo, that's all I need. One touchdown from a tight end, and I can call him a hero. He didn't get it. I don't know what he's at. He was probably at like 3 points. It's not good. That's a loss. Greg Olsen. I got Will Disley out there catching. Freaking Hollister's out there looking at waves hitting the ocean on Orange Beach and just catching spritz and cologne on you.
That place smelled so bad.
Hollister's still a thing. You said that place smelled bad. It's still around.
That's where my daughter wants to get her clothes from now.
Oh,
she's been begging my wife to get clothes there. I was like, she can do chores and save her money up and buy her own dang clothes there because I can't afford that.
Expensive.
Yeah, you got Route 21 Toon Squad up there, boys.
Yeah. Who is your hero tied in there, Josh?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on.
Who'd you call? Who'd you say? It can't be worse than mine, Greg Olsen.
Actually, I picked Ian Thomas. Right now, he is the 35th tight end. 35th? There are only 32 teams. 4 teams are on a bye. Yeah, think about that. That means he was bad, boys. I was like,
pretty tough. It's a bad beat.
Yeah, I picked the Saints have just let up score after score after score.
You took a risk, man. You took a risk and it didn't pay off. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Greg Olsen was 29th. He was at least. Okay.
Yeah, see, you're good. 35th right now.
Eric, who'd you have?
I have Jimmy G. He hasn't played yet, so we'll find out tomorrow.
Okay.
Jimmy
Graham. Jimmy Graham.
Not handsome Jimmy G.
Because I have Jimmy G. Like literally says Jimmy G on my quarterback sheet, and I'm like, wait, what? Huh?
Oh,
no,
sorry.
Wait.
No, Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham. Sorry.
All right.
Does he have a nickname?
Who?
Jimmy Graham.
Old man. Used to play basketball.
They never had like a name for him? I don't know.
Antonio Gates 2.0. I don't know what you want to go with here.
That's fair.
All right. My villain tight end was George Kittle. He's tight end 12. 10 points. But
not a villain, though.
Is it a villain, though? Because George Kittle, you're expecting.
It's a bad day for Kittle, but he's still a tight end 1. So it's
I wish I would have said Kelsey instead.
Right.
But hey. Who was your villain tight end there, Eric?
Darren Waller. Tight end 2. He's
not tight end 1, thanks to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Who's Harrison Bryant, by the way?
Exactly.
He's the receiving tight end for the team. They went and signed Austin Hooper to make him
Austin Hooper? Oh, my God. So
he's hurt. Austin Hooper was hurt.
Yeah, Darren Waller. So, yeah. Just Eric picking villains. Pretty standard.
Solid. Solid. And Josh, your villain tight end is...
Nailed it. Jonnu Smith. He actually finished 2 spots behind my hero. At 37 with 1.9 points. Nailed it.
In that way, you hit both of them, right?
I'm so glad I traded him when the iron was hot, man. Whew.
No, it was gonna be a bad week for Jonnu Smith. I knew the Steelers were gonna be a tough defense. I think he'll bounce back. I'm not worried about that. I just think
I agree. Yeah,
1 for 9 is not gonna help you, boys. Not good. But hey, so far I'm 6 for 7. I feel pretty good about it. We'll see what happens tomorrow night with Jared Goff. But
and let me just say, we'll segue to streaming defenses here. Eric, you went Chiefs 2 weeks in a row. You should have stuck with them for the third week because they are the number one defense as of right now with pick sixes and everything.
That's okay. My defense did pretty well.
Yeah.
Who was yours?
The Washington football team defense 2. Because they beat up on them boys real bad. They had a safety, like 6 sacks. Only gave up 3 points. They did pretty good.
Josh, your streaming defense?
This was actually a bad week for defenses. But because it was so bad, it allowed my defense to finish at number 7. The Cleveland Browns, that's right, with 7 points, are the 7th best defense this week. You're welcome. Ta-ta.
So the Eagles play the Cowboys next week on Sunday Night Football. I wouldn't be surprised if we flexed out of that.
Fire up them Eagles.
Well, it is a game for first place. Like, if you think about it, it is a game
please,
for first place.
Please, Miles Sanders, be healthy for this game. Please.
You think Kellen Moore takes off the headset, throws on the helmet, gets out there and slings around the rock a little bit?
It'd be better than him calling plays because right now I don't know he's doing calling plays.
He's so garbage.
He is bad. He's very bad.
I mean, I get it's 3rd and 8. I get you want to get the ball in CeeDee Lamb's hands. At least get him in motion.
Did you see how the freaking coach Mike McCarthy, he called out the guys for not getting after the guy who hurt Andy Dalton? Did you guys see that? I didn't really like the way they responded in that moment. They should have gotten his face. Dude, you're not a good coach.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers said it, right? Aaron Rodgers won.
Aaron Rodgers did say it.
We thought Aaron Rodgers was the problem. He's not the problem.
I never thought Aaron Rodgers was the problem.
I didn't think that either. I thought Mike McCarthy had an
Mike
outdated
McCarthy
offense.
ran a vanilla offense in Green Bay. He does it in Dallas. He studied the game for a year. Bull.
Is Jeff Fisher the next coach of the Cowboys after he ran a high school?
Don't you dare. I pray they go out and get like Lincoln Riley or like get somebody that'll try some new stuff.
Who's the Arkansas coach? That's usually a good bet.
Yeah.
Actually, Arkansas is doing very well this week. Anyway,
yeah, because that's where Barry Switzer came from. So.
It's not going to happen, Eric, and I'll tell you why. With the offensive line being decimated, with the defense being decimated, Dak going down, now Dalton's going to be out for a week or two. He's got every excuse in the book to hold on to this job for one more year.
All of them.
Yeah, you're going to have to deal with this next year as well.
I know I am.
He's
and
not going anywhere.
You know what else is going to happen too? They'll get a good draft pick. They won't get Trevor Lawrence, but they'll get a good draft pick, and they won't trade down. Instead of they won't trade the King's ransom to get a quarterback for somebody else to get a quarterback, so they can get offensive linemen. They'll take like ETN or somebody like that with like the 3rd pick or whatever.
Nice, Travis Etienne though.
No, they need to do what they did.
That's the last thing they need though is offensive players.
Rebuild the offensive line.
They do 100%, which is why hopefully they tank, get the number 1 pick, and then trade it.
Yeah, hopefully they do what they did a few years ago, where they just look like they're middling team and just keep buying offensive linemen. That was the strength of their team.
It was
no
it was
one
what made their defense that has never been good.
Yeah,
it looked good because they controlled the ball.
They were historically bad against the pass and stuff. So
I'm not arguing that, but I'm saying no one besides the New York Football Jets are getting that number 1 pick. They're terrible.
Okay,
the capital
you say that, but they're not the only over team out there.
That's true. No, they're the only winless team in the entire NFL. Yes, that is factual.
I didn't think they were.
Every team has won a game now. Remember, the NFC East is terrible, but
they beat up each other.
Yeah, they beat up each other. Exactly. So, yeah, they're actually the only winless team in the NFL. Now, they will make a mistake at some point and win 2 games this year. They will, because they're just
the Falcons are trying, boys. Oh, they're trying.
The Falcons, the Giants are trying real hard.
So I do want to talk about this real quick. So DeAndre Swift had a good game, but his touchdown, he should have never had a chance for that touchdown. That 3rd down roughing the passer call on Stafford was weak sauce. He was rolling outside. The defensive back hit him chest to chest and laid him out. And they're like, oh, roughing the passer. He didn't even throw the ball. He wasn't even a passer. He was a runner.
Yep.
Hey, he might help Turn Your Head and Goff get their first win this year. I might beat Berg, and I'm gonna rub it in his face if it happens. So
yeah. All right. So question for you: who is your rookie of the year right now? Cincinnati's trying everything they can by getting Joe Burrow by having him throw the ball 85 times a game and getting just killed back there. He is the most sacked quarterback in the AFC right now.
Shocking.
Yep.
It was, honestly, I really did. Justin Herbert's looking really good. CeeDee Lamb had a strong case, and then he's got nothing now. I think it's between Clyde, right? It's going to be Clyde, Justin Herbert, or Burrow at this point, yeah.
And Tua could, come in hot this last half of the season.
And I will say I'm very happy. Antonio Gibson actually got 20 carries today, boys. 20 carries.
Yeah, finally. Thanks.
Are you trading Antonio? If you're in a redraft league, are you selling Antonio Gibson right now?
I think now would be a great time to sell him in redraft.
Unless you're real thin at running back, but if you need a piece, I'd go get him.
I think this is going to be his best game of the year. For this year will be his best game because it's the Cowboys. They're bad.
No. They play the Cowboys again.
They do, but
man's got a point. They also play the Eagles and the Giants.
I think it's week 17, though. I think it's week 17.
Perfect time for Antonio Gibson to stretch some legs.
Mm-hmm.
And now, because of this, the only undefeated team left in the entire NFL is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, thanks to Steve Gostkowski.
Seahawks lost. That's it. Now, I will say that the Chiefs are probably still the best team, but yeah, I mean, we're starting to take shape of what we think the playoffs might look like, what the divisions are going to look like. The Bills are going to win their division kind of by default. I don't think the Bills are a great team.
No, they'll beat up on the bad teams in their division.
Yeah, which Allen has definitely come back to earth. That's for sure.
Is Cam Newton going to get benched, or is this a one-game thing?
So Bill actually already came out and said it's a one-game thing.
Okay.
But if he throws 3 picks again, though?
If he throws 3 picks again, Jared Stidham will come in, throw a pick, and then keep Newton employed.
And just the carousel will continue.
Yeah.
You guys trust Bill Belichick, though?
No.
To keep playing Newton?
No, just anything he says.
No, of course not. You shouldn't.
How could you?
Are you dropping Cam Newton?
Not
Kirk
yet.
Cousins?
You can't. I don't think you can afford to with all the injuries.
For Kirk Cousins.
It's not yet. That's what I'm saying. Not yet, but
yeah, hold
you
on.
Gotta wait.
Picking another quarterback up, aren't you?
You got to wait one more week.
Yeah, you need to pick somebody else up. I don't know who's out there. Maybe Darnold or Drew Lock. Maybe probably your two best options.
Wentz, Cam Newton rest of the season.
Right now, it'd be Wentz.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Sadly,
he's more consistent. He has weapons. They might not be the greatest weapons, but he has weapons.
Yeah, right now, I mean, it would be Wentz. Newton, man, 2 weeks in a row, he's just looked bad. There's no COVID this week.
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe could this be from the COVID? Could he be still tired? And they say you get over COVID, but you still have your body's just tired and worn out from fighting the virus.
No, absolutely, could be.
Rock Armstead, who should be the Jags starting running back right now, has been hospitalized twice because of it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not going to play the rest of the season. And it's actually, it is true. My brother-in-law got it, and he's in his mid-30s right now. And right now he's lost a lot of the grip strength in his hands from the virus. He's already healed. He's covered, but he's still got some issues from it. So there's no telling if Cam Newton actually still has some lingering effects. They call it the COVID fog, I think.
Yeah,
with your brain.
I mean, he's about 2 weeks removed from it now, right? So this could be his body still just isn't right. And also conditioning wasn't a thing because he didn't get signed till late. There was no real training camp, none of that stuff for the conditioning to get him up to peak. So
it looks like,
not to mention too, if it takes the running ability away from him, that's his whole game is predicated on that, right? So if that's gone and he tries to sit back in the pocket, we've all seen he's really not that guy. So,
all right, Justin Herbert, we already talked about him. He balled out today.
He's so good.
Devontae Adams balled. Dude, he's good.
Not wide receiver 1 though.
Nope, Tyler Lockett jumped him, right?
Yeah, he did.
In sleeper, 53.5 points.
Well, so Patrick Peterson shadowed DK Metcalf all game long, shut him down. That was pretty obvious.
He did.
He did not shadow him the whole game.
No, because that first catch that Lockett had, that one-handed grab, Patrick Peterson jammed him on the line, knocked him back 5 yards. He just gave a 5 yard.
Yeah, that's fine. But DK Metcalf was shadowing because he did most of the game because then they brought in Drake Kirkpatrick, and Drake Kirkpatrick was terrible. He got benched actually. Yeah, because he just kept getting destroyed by Lockett. Lockett, he's a good wide receiver, man. They got two really good wide receivers up there in Seattle. They got
a good quarterback. That also helps too, right?
He's unbelievable.
That's CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, and Michael Gallup.
He's on pace with. Actually, I think he's ahead of the pace that Peyton Manning had.
He was tied with it.
He was tied at the half. Yeah, like half, and then he threw another touchdown. So if he doesn't get an MVP vote this year, like what's the point?
I would love it because I don't like Russell Wilson. So
I know you don't, but he still deserves an MVP vote for what he's doing on the field. So
no, I don't want him to get any. I'm shallow like that. Salty.
So, speaking of another quarterback who did not have a great game, Josh Allen. What are we doing with Josh Allen? Are we trying to sell him on the hype of the early season? Is that past? Do you think you can still get something from him? What are you doing with Josh Allen right now?
Go ahead, Eric.
He's still going to finish as a QB1. Like, I don't think that's anything that's he's in danger of falling out of the top 12 or anything like that. I would say don't panic because some weeks when like you said, when he plays a bad team, he can go off and he can win you a week. So I think you hang on to him.
It's going to get cold in Buffalo, and I worry about his strong arm in the cold weather. I got the legs.
His legs are going to keep him irrelevant, though. Just like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray was like 9 for 24 last week, but he still runs the ball, and he still had a decent day fantasy-wise. So I think you hang on to him personally.
Yeah, he still threw for over 300 yards. He just didn't get the touchdowns. And then he still had, 60 yards rushing?
Yeah, that's the Jets he played against. This is the Jets.
That's true. He should have lit them up, but
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying they didn't get the touchdowns, no, but he still did okay. And when you look at the list of quarterbacks who finished today, would you rather have Josh Allen long-term or Gardner Minshew? I'd rather have Josh Allen. Josh Allen or Teddy Bridgewater. Josh Allen or Daniel Jones. These are quarterbacks that finished above him this week. Right. I think that he had a bad week.
What if I told you could take Josh Allen and then you could take all three of those guys, streaming them around with matchups based?
I mean, do you have the roster spots for that? If you have the roster spots for it, I guess.
You can drop and add week to week. If you're in a one QB league, these guys are probably going to stay out there. If you're in a 2 QB league, heck no, you don't get rid of him. You hold on to him for dear life. But in a 1 QB league, I think he's going to end up a back half of the quarterback one. And for as good as he was for the first 4 weeks, that's not that great. This is kind of like, remember Adam Thielen a few years ago who was like blew it up? He finished the wide receiver one, but really the second half of the year, and you're not winning a playoff based off the first half of the year.
Nope, but you got to get there. So
you do have to get there. Would you trade him for Tannehill? Would you try to get Tannehill and something else for him?
Yes.
Because that's a trade you could probably do. Tannehill's name's not Josh Allen's name.
No, he's playing some good football this year.
Yeah, you could probably get him
you can probably get him and maybe I don't know if you can get Ronald Jones, but maybe you could still try to get Ronald Jones because the Ronald Jones owner probably doesn't believe in Ronald Jones.
Yeah. Or maybe James Robinson, something like that. Myles Gaskin, a guy like that. I think that would be serviceable.
Yeah, Devontae Parker, one of the wide receivers for Miami, because.
Yeah, I'd be absolutely fine with that. There's something I want to bring up, and that's the Texans, guys. Is this thing just so broken beyond repair that, they might win 2 more games this season?
I believe it's just not good. They know they're not making the playoffs, right? I'm worried I don't think they're going to bench Watson, but I think they should start trying to play it safe. Don't get him killed, right? Because you're not winning it this season. You don't have a first or second round pick next year either. So tanking doesn't even do you any good.
Yeah, who are they going to get to come in and be the GM and the coach whenever you don't have a first or a second? I mean, it's going to be because if I'm a first time head coach like an Eric Bieniemy, I'm looking at this job and I'm like, why?
The plus thing is you have Watson tied up long term. You have a top flight quarterback. That's the one good thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like someone like Eric Bieniemy, he's going to have his choice. He's going to be able to sit there and say, well, do I want to go there? Or do I want to go to the New York Jets where I have Trevor Lawrence on a rookie deal? I can fill out this roster a little bit more.
The good thing is you can go in there with the GM, right? Because they're going to hire a GM and a coach together. You can get like a Miami Dolphin situation. The Miami Dolphin head coach, he has 5 years guaranteed.
Yeah, that's the same thing that that's what they did in San Francisco because it was so torn down from the Harbaugh, Chip Kelly era that they gave John Lynch some time to build that team, along with the head coach whose name is escaping right now. But
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, the old Shanahan boy.
The ultimate lead.
And so far, it's really paying off for them because even though their team is wrecked from injury, they're 4-3. They're 4-3.
Before we move on to the 49ers, because I do want to talk about that, I think they have a curse. But I just want to say I think that's still a good spot because you do have a quarterback who is a top 10 quarterback easily in the league, who's still relatively young, especially at the quarterback position. You can build around him. You can probably, if you get a good coach or GM, maybe lure some free agents there.
To Houston?
You just got to find the cap room, and the cap's a myth anyway.
According to the Rams, absolutely.
The Rams and the Chiefs, man.
Yeah.
And them boys.
I'm just saying, all you got to do is
kick the can down the road every year.
You wait for Adam Gase to cut a player, and you go sign him for league minimum, and then he becomes a starter on your team, and he becomes amazing.
The smart thing to do is to spend a plethora of money at all the wrong positions like wide receiver and linebacker, a la Dallas Cowboys. So, and running back. I think that's
all right. The Niners. Is the Niners running back position correct? Jeff Wilson has 3 touchdowns again, high ankle sprain. Deebo Samuel takes 1 snap from the running back position. He is back there, tweaks his hamstring. Kyle Juszczyk, whenever they do a little play action thing, he's wide open. He usually has Butterfingers out there. Is that position spot cursed? Should they run every wide receiver? Because when they run them, those wide receiver jet sweep things, God, they're good. But whoever's just in the backfield is going to get hurt.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And this is the second year in a row it's happened because those guys were dinged up all year last year too.
And what happened to Jarrett McKinnon?
Didn't need him.
Was it they were up so much and they said we're just not going to use him because we don't want to get him hurt?
Keep him fresh, maybe? Yeah, probably.
Because he didn't get hurt. I saw nothing about him getting hurt, but he had negative points.
Yeah.
Well, he did run the ball one time. So obviously this blocking scheme is fantastic because they got. Do you know who JaMycal Hasty is? Do you know who he is? Because I didn't know who the heck he was. I know that he ran.
I do now.
Yeah, I knew that he ran for 6.3 a clip tonight, boys. So, and that was with Jerick McKinnon running the ball 3 times for -1 yards. They bring in this JaMycal Hasty kid. Boom. They got so many guys on the roster that you've never even heard of before. It's crazy. Even Juszczyk ran for 4.5 per carry. So it's clearly the system.
Can you guys go look at our Dynasty League real quick and just go see where JaMycal Hasty's at? Yeah, he's sitting on my bench. He's on my bench.
I'm on there right now, actually. Oh, is he? Oh, that's right. You picked him up. Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that.
But that's the thing, though, is that if you can – I mean, Tevin Coleman's out. He's still not going to – apparently
Mostert's on the IR.
Apparently there's something wrong with Jerick McKinnon. We don't know what's going to happen with Jeff Wilson Jr., the 3rd and the 4th.
Debo's going to miss some time.
It's – who knows? But this team just keeps winning. And if you can figure out who is going to start that game for the Niners –
not even started. Who's going to have the most touches? That's all you want is who's getting the touches.
Yeah, you should start that player and you'll be good. But
James Robinson has another blow-up game, huge game. Are you trusting James Robinson for the rest of the season? As your RB 1 or 2. With all the injuries at running back, you kind of have to, right?
Yeah. I think if you got a hold of him in Dynasty, you really lucked out because I think he'll be there next year.
I worry in Dynasty that he might not be there. I worry that they're going to add somebody because they have no depth at the running back position. I worry they're going to add somebody in the draft, a 2nd or 3rd round pick on one of these big top flight running backs that's going to come out. Because they don't need a wide receivers. Offensive line's getting better. They're probably going to go quarterback. Yeah.
You think they're going to go quarterback?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They're going to get rid of Gardner?
I like Gardner, but I just don't think he's their future.
No.
Gardner Minshew is going to be – I heard this – he's the new Charlie Whitehurst or like Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to be in the league forever. He's going to be a guy who makes a team.
Yeah,
because
say Fitzmagic. Don't say Charlie Whitehurst because I think that's
Charlie
kind of
Whitehurst had a longer freaking career. I'm just saying Charlie Whitehurst, spent a weekend in a cabin with Jewel. So I'm saying, dude didn't have a bad life.
And let's not forget that he was just hanging out, sitting on the couch eating Cheetos. They called him back in and say, "Hey, bud, you want to make some money?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll come in there and hold that clipboard for a little bit." That's what he does.
And then what was it? He was on what team? I can't remember. Was it like Tennessee when Mariota got hurt? He went out there and played, and then he retired the next game. He's like, yo. I'm not here to play.
No, whoa. I don't want to get any action. I just want to be here. Moral support. Hey, what are you seeing out there, Charlie? Well, a bunch of guys running around playing football. I don't know. What are you seeing out there?
I'm just saying, like, Gardner's he will be in the league for a while because, like you said, he's a great plug-in guy. I just don't see him as a franchise quarterback. I love watching him play, and I think he has a lot of heart and determination. But this isn't the replacements. This isn't Keanu Reeves. And even that was only 1 year.
He's not the handsome as Keanu anyway, but
yeah.
Keanu. Yeah, Keanu.
All right, we talked about Joe Burrow.
Bill and Ted. But.
Yeah, who doesn't? What else do you guys want to take away from Week 7? The fantasy season is halfway over now.
No, sad.
Yeah, the season is halfway over. The whole including your playoffs after next week will be halfway over, unless you're one of those Week 17ers.
This season has just reinforced that fantasy football is a crapshoot. No matter what you do, no matter how much research you do,
Michael Thomas popped the hamstring. He's probably going to miss next week as well.
Yep. If you took him at the 7th position or 6th position,
we all talked. All of us.
No, I know.
That was the safest pick in the first round. We were like, that's the safest pick in the back half of the first round.
And guess what?
3 points on the year.
Yep.
3 points on the year.
Mm-hmm. And we were all like, I don't know about Kamara this year, or stuff like that. Yeah.
So
it's a crapshoot. You never know.
Atlanta Falcons love to blow leads.
Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins, Josh was down on him.
When you look at ADP overall, I mean, a lot of things went wrong. Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley. Zeke hasn't been great. He's been good.
He's been real quiet the last 2 weeks.
Well, offensive line decimated, and he's going on his 4th quarterback possibly of the year.
Yeah, I mean,
you can literally just stack the box and say, okay, beat us through the air, and you can't.
You can play one-on-one on the outside of those guys. They don't have time to get open.
Yeah. Nor did the quarterbacks. Are they able to go through their reads anyway?
Julian Edelman not looking good. Josh Jacobs, other than week 1, really has just been kind of a guy out there, man. Honestly, Josh Jacobs not been.
Yeah. Sanders is hurt. He's been up and down. Then you get Eckler out. He's been up and down.
DJ Moore had a good game this week, but
that's his first big one all year. Yeah.
Do you think this is something going forward? Do you think DJ Moore is going to be the number 1 wide receiver the rest of the year on the Panthers?
I think Robbie Anderson's going to hang on to it. He's been so good so far through 7 games. So I think he'll keep going. They seem to really have a connection there.
Well, Curtis Samuel has a connection on 3rd down. He's 5 for 5 on 3rd down targets, all for a first down. Just saying. Fantastic.
He's put up no points this year.
No, it's real. He's like a real football player, not a fantasy football player.
Yeah. He's like he moves the chains like somebody you want on your team, but not on your fantasy team.
So with Leonard Fournette being healthy, and he got just as much work today as Rojo, do you think the Rojo thing is over, or do you guys just feel like this was a one-off?
Put Rojo right back in to get the goal line touchdown. They took him out for a couple plays, and he came right back in, and they let him punch up the middle. I don't think he is. And I worry about Mike Evans. Seriously. Mike Evans didn't even get targeted till halfway through the 3rd quarter. Chris Godwin, and then when AB gets there, going to be working the outside, and then Gronkowski's coming along.
He is.
We've been talking bad about Gronk, but these last couple weeks, he's not peak Gronk, but he's peak tight end that you're willing to play every week.
Yeah, but considering where you took him you probably had to take him in a draft, he really hasn't lived up to what you wanted.
I could see him finish his tight end 3 or 4 or 5.
Oh, he could probably help you in the playoffs for sure if you're gonna get there.
Yeah, because this is a team that Tampa Bay is not going to be able to take weeks off because they're in the same division with the Saints. They're going to have to keep winning if they want to win this division. So when you think about playoffs, you got to think about what teams are starting to rest people to start playing. Because there's only one bye now, too. Remember that. Josh brought that up. 7 teams get in. Only one team gets a bye.
Yeah.
Not 2 this year.
You said playoffs, and the Rams head coach popped into my head. Playoffs?
Yeah.
What
Not
about
the Rams.
playoffs?
It's the Colts. It's Jim Mora, Sr. Yeah, it was a Colts.
Who am I mixing him up with?
And Harbaugh was his quarterback. Marshall Faulk was his running back.
You're mixing him up with Dick Vermeil from the.
Yes, I am. That's who I am.
Who cried?
He
And
did.
then you might mix him with Denny Green when he was a Cardinal, and they are who we think they are.
They thought we were.
Nope, no one's mixing that one up. That one was pretty solid. That was a good one. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's my favorite one. Like long list. Denny Green, rest in peace. Dude, never made a Super Bowl, but should have.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He coached those Dante Culpepper Vikings teams, right? Yeah, they should have got in.
That's why you feel good for, like, I wasn't even mad when Andy Reid won the Super Bowl last year.
I was super happy that Andy Reid won a Super Bowl.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have any skin in that game, but seeing the Chiefs and Andy Reid do it, I was happy, man. I'm happy for him. I hope he wins another one this year and really secures his spot in the Hall of Fame, because he definitely
He's
waxed
a good
my
coach
Broncos today. So, man, Philip Lindsay looked real good till he got hurt, too. 9 for 79. He was on his way. And then,
yeah, sad.
Yeah. Oh, another little FYI, guys, today. Thought I'd go ahead and mention it. Robert Tonyan. That is not how you pronounce his name. It's Robert Tonyan, like a Funyun. FYI, in case you guys want to know.
Yeah, I saw that came out. He was just too afraid to correct anybody.
Yeah, but now that he's a big deal, he wanted to let everyone know. So
Is
I
he,
just want to
though?
let our listen. Yeah, oh, yeah. He had one good game, boys.
Does anybody have news on
2 good games.
Drake? Is he done? Like, is he
It
getting
was
an
a high
MRI?
ankle. I think it's high ankle sprain right now. It's ankles, not knee. So
There's
the high
so-
ankle's taking everybody out this year, man.
Yeah. Well, because the problem is these guys try to practice. Like, it seemed like Michael Thomas. He tried to come back maybe a little bit too early, and he tweaked his hamstring. So, the high
Okay,
ankle
nobody
is
cares
bad.
about my fantasy team, but let's talk this real quick. Joe Mixon's hurt. Madison's garbage, right?
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks, I don't know if I can ever start him in my life. Andy's on a bye next week. DJ Moore, he's been really good. Do I need to pull T. Higgins up off the taxi squad? Because Odell Beckham's out now, probably for the year.
You're talking about our dynasty? Are you in contention? What's your record?
I'm 3-3. I'll be 3-4. Well, no, I'll be son of a biscuit. I lost by 0.5 point. Christian flipping Kirk.
You're talking about in y'all's super flex one, right?
Yeah.
I'll be 3-4.
We're both trash in that league this year right now. So,
You know, honestly, I didn't think Brandon Cooks was terrible. He's put some good pretty.
No,
decent
he's not.
games.
But it's just so boomer bust.
No,
T. Higgins has
yeah.
been so much more consistent.
he's been really good.
And T. Higgins didn't even get the touchdown today, but man, he was still very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Man, if you think you can make the playoffs with him, go for it, because anything can happen once you get in. So,
I'm probably drop Madison anyway. What's it matter, right?
Madison.
This isn't a real deep league.
Dalvin Cook is going to come back at next week anyway. So as long as you can always try to pick him back up again if you got Fab. So I wouldn't worry about it.
I don't. $35 and Andy Dalton. Everybody likes to remind me on it.
I do want to say that this is next week will be a big bye week. There's going to be Arizona Cardinals, Baltimore Ravens.
Nope.
They were on the bye this week, so sorry.
Yeah, they were on the bye this week. Don't say that to me.
He's looking at the original bye week stuff. Remember they flip-flopped up. Baltimore moved around.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually changes next week.
I need to look at the new ones.
Yeah, you do.
I got it. Hang on.
Okay, so it's the football. It's not the Bipocalypse, but it is the Washington football team, Arizona Cardinals, Jags, and Texans. So it's not going to be huge, but you got to pay attention more to the waiver wire now than ever, because you're going to lose definitely some wide receivers next week, along with
quarterbacks, running backs,
D-Hop, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, Will Fuller,
DJ Chark, Keenan Cole, was both probably been starters out there.
Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas looked pretty good again today. So if you've been streaming him, Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, Kyle Allen,
smooches.
Pay 2 QB league. I'm just saying, FSA got me that dub, baby.
Yeah, dude. Oh, Tyler Lockett.
As long as Anthony Miller doesn't get 22 points tomorrow.
All right. You boys got any parting shots? Anybody you want to go after?
No, I need a Monday Night Miracle.
Eric, are you pretty mad at Tyler Lockett like I was whenever I had to lose all my hair from him?
Well, see, I have him in other leagues, but he's killing me in FSA. So yeah, pretty sad about it. Russell Wilson puts up 35 points tonight, and all of it is negated because Lockett's got 51. He's got 51 points in FSA right now against me. So
because you get every first down is an extra point in there too.
Yep.
For passing and receiving, quarterbacks don't get that.
I like it.
Oh,
He doesn't
that's
run.
not fair.
If Russ runs for it, he gets it, but he doesn't get it for.
I mean, he had 84 yards rushing, so he did pretty good. But
Yeah, I think you're fine with that.
All right, I don't want to cut you off. Josh, remember to unmute your mic and send us home.
Thanks for tuning in to Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast /broadcast. Now, please check us out on Twitter at Empty Wagon FF. We're going to be on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram with that. Check out the website at fsa-fr.com. Also, check out Brad at Tack Jones. Eric is going to be at Guns of L19. And I'm at FF Josh Hughes. We love you guys. Hit us up on the website. Always bother Brian over there at FSA. We love you, and we will see you guys on Friday night. Goodbye. That's it.